The Honourable Brian Walker.
Thank you, President. My question without notice, of which some notice has been given, is to the Parliamentary Secretary representing the Attorney-General. I note that it is now more than 12 months since the Labour-Green coalition in the ACT effectively legalised possession of small amounts of cannabis for personal recreational use. I also note the WA State Labour Party's long-standing and entirely laudable commitment to a return to the decriminalisation measures introduced in the Cannabis Control Act 2003 by the Gallop government and revoked under the Barnett Liberal administration. And so, I ask, is the McGowan government willing to work alongside pro-cannabis parties in this place to, at the very least, realise its own state policy? If not, to follow the example of its progressive colleagues in the ACT? And if not, why not?
The Parliamentary Secretary to the Attorney-General.
Thank you, President, and I thank the member for some notice of the question and note that this is his first question in the House, so congratulations on reaching this early milestone. The answer to the question is the Misuse of Drugs Act, which is the legislation that includes offences relating to prohibited drugs and plants, is within the portfolio responsibility of the Minister for Police. However, I can advise on this occasion that the government does not support the decriminalisation of cannabis.
The Honourable Sophia Moermond.
My question without notice, of which some notice has been given, is to the Minister for Regional Development, Agriculture and Food. I refer the Minister to the comments she made when introducing the Industrial Hemp Amendment Bill 2018, comments with which I wholeheartedly agree, specifically that interest in industrial hemp in Western Australia has never been greater, and that there are a multitude of end uses for industrial hemp, including food, textiles, building material, paper, cosmetics and biofuel. Given her enthusiasm, which I share, I would like to take this opportunity to ask: 1, since the Amendment Act of 2018, how many companies have applied to the Department for licences to cultivate, harvest and or process industrial hemp here in Western Australia? And how many licences have been granted in A, urban and B, rural areas? 2, how much does the department estimate industrial hemp is currently contributing to the WA economy on an annual basis? And 3, what modelling, if any, has the department undertaken to estimate the potential future income from industrial hemp to the WA economy if the growth rates seen in recent years are maintained or exceeded? And is the Minister able to share any such modelling with the Chamber? Thank you.
The Minister for Regional Development.
Well, I thank the member for her question and acknowledging that it is her first question, and like the other new members has got out early on the blocks on her preferred topic. So, 1, a total of 104 licences have been granted since that time, of which 93 are still current. This is an increase from the 68 licences that were in existence in 2018. Of the current licences, 4 are urban and 89 are rural. 2 to 3, in our assessment, the hemp industry needs the hemp industry in WA really does need support in breeding and agronomy to be a competitive and viable option for farmers. So our focus is not so much on doing economic modelling as to the future, but getting down to that very grassroots work that needs to be done that really has been neglected for the last 50 years. So we have trials underway to establish the best varieties and agronomy and systems across the state. And just on Saturday, I inspected our crop at the Frank Wise Research Station up in Kununurra, and it is a number of the 8 varieties that we planted this year are looking quite strong. We're also undertaking multiple varietal trials in Busselton and Manjimup. We have been conducting a trial of hemp forage, looking at, and this is in response to the industry's request, looking at the nutritional value and the THC accumulation. and it is looking good. The animals are getting the munchies and they're putting on a lot of weight, but they don't seem to be accumulating a lot of THC in their flesh. We've funded 2 decorticator projects, especially for building application. In total, since 2018, we've provided 12 grants to various private sector and not-for-profit industrial hemp projects, as well as 2 very significant grants for medicinal cannabis facilities in the southwest. So we are very much focused on getting those options, but it's coming a long way behind because so little work has been done over the last 50 years in really looking at this very valuable product.